Here we have Poisson's and Laplace equation. What's the difference between both equation? How we can obtain the Laplace equation from the Poisson equations? So many confusions are going to come here. So we are going to see how to overcome these confusions so that you can solve the problem as well as you can derive the expression. You can write the equation, Laplace equation in all three coordinates in the proper way. Coordinates are Cartesian coordinates, cylindrical coordinates, and spherical coordinates. So this later we'll see that Laplace equation is going to be very important to solve the problem as well as to derive the expression. So let's start with the Poisson's equation, okay, and later we'll see the Laplace equation. So these equations we are going to obtain from the Gauss law. So Gauss law already you can recall that, otherwise you can see that other lecture is available for the separate for the Gauss law and its applications. So that Gauss law says that total flux is going to be equal to the charge enclosed. So that total flux, how we are going to write? Integral of d dot ds over the closed surface. So finally, the outcome of this Gauss law, from there we have obtained del dot d equal to rho v. So this is also Maxwell equation. Okay. So in case of linear and isotropic material medium, this law is applicable where we have del dot d. D is the flux density, and we have seen d equal to epsilon into E. So epsilon is here permittivity. So this epsilon equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. Epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space and epsilon r is the relative permittivity. Okay, relative permittivity. So finally, once you substitute the expression here, and we have another equation, relation between electric field and potential, so that is E equal to minus del V. So these are the Maxwell equations, these two. Now finally, when we are going to use these two equations, so what we are going to do here, in place of E in the first equation, we are going to substitute minus del V. So del is here gradient. So in case of inhomogeneous, means that epsilon, that is the permittivity, is not constant. Okay, so that's why here this is the variables. So that's written under the gradients for the differentiation purpose. Whereas in case of homogeneous medium, really this permittivity is going to be constant. So finally, that is taken outside of the differentiation, and we have del square V equal to minus rho V by epsilon. So here epsilon is constant in homogeneous medium. So this equation 4 is called as the Poisson's equation. Okay, that is equation is del square V equal to minus rho V by epsilon. So this rho V is the charge density. Which type? Volume charge density. B is suffix here. So it is the volume charge density, and this capital V here, this is the potential, electric potential. Now we are going to apply the special case in the Poisson equation, and you'll see that how we'll get the Laplace equation. So when we'll apply the rho v equal to 0, what should be the situation? It is the charge-free region. Okay. So like in case of boundary condition also we have seen rho s equal to 0. That is the charge-free regions. Okay. So that lecture is also available that you can see. So now here, when rho s equal to 0, so finally that equation is going to reduce to del square v equal to 0. Now this del square v equal to 0 is only called as the Laplace equation. So this equation we have to write in the different coordinates. First we are going to see for the Cartesian coordinates. So in the Cartesian coordinates, what are the variables? Variables are x, y, and z. So finally, here we have del square v by, or with dou square v by dou x square plus dou square v by dou y square. plus dou square v by dou z square. So this is for the Cartesian coordinates. Similarly, we have discussion for the cylindrical coordinates as well as spherical coordinates. So in case of cylindrical coordinate systems, we have variables rho, phi, and z. So rho is going to change from 0 to infinity, phi 0 to 2 pi, z is minus infinity to plus infinity. In Cartesian coordinates, x, y, z, all three are going to change from minus negative to plus negative, minus infinity to plus infinity. So these are the equations will be easy to write where we will have proper expression for the differential element or differential displacement in all three coordinates. Like in case of Cartesian coordinates, if you see that we have dx, ax plus dy, ay plus dz, az. So this ax, ay, az are the unit vectors. Okay. So like this here we are able to write. Whereas in case of cylindrical coordinates, this is going to become d rho plus rho d phi plus dz. So on the basis of that here, this is written here. So here you see that double differentiation and rho is multiplied inside, outside, both numerator and denominators. Okay. So this equation is balanced. Finally, this rho we can't take outside. It is the derivative. We have to find the derivative of that. That first term is 1 by rho, dou by dou rho, differentiation of rho, dou v by dou rho. In the second part here, okay, we have to differentiate with respect to rho d phi here. So differentiation with respect to d phi. So that's why it's going to become a square here. So 1 by rho square into dou square v by dou phi square. And z component we have only dz. So dou square v by dou z square. Similarly, in case of spherical coordinates, this dl. So here we can use that unit vectors a rho, a phi, az. Okay. So similarly, in case of spherical coordinates, what are the variables? We have r, theta, phi. So r having range 0 to infinity, theta is 0 to pi, phi having 0 to 2 pi. Okay. And this dl is written as dr ar plus r d theta a theta plus r sin theta d phi a phi. On the basis of that, here you see that again, here we are multiplied with rho, here it is multiplied by r square, multiplied and divided by r square. So we have again 1 by r square dou by dou r into, so this r is variable here, so r square dou v by dou r plus second term again, here sin theta is multiplied and divide. So 1 by r square sin theta dou by dou theta, sin theta dou v by dou theta. And finally in the last term, okay, here what is coefficient? R sin theta. So here we have 1 by r square sin square theta into dou square v by dou phi square. This all equal to 0. Okay, this is the how we are able to write that Laplace equation in all three coordinates. So this is very, very useful when we have to solve the electrostatic problems or when we are going to interpret the magnetic potential in magnetostatics. So in electrostatics as well as in magnetostatics, in both, these two are going to play the big role, especially Laplace equation. So Laplace equation is the special case or limiting case of the Poisson equation where we are considering charge-free regions. So rho v equal to 0. So finally we are able to obtain here del square v equal to 0. Okay. So on the basis of del square v equal to 0, we are able to write this equation in all three coordinates. Okay. So watch it and try to get the better score. Okay. In all exams. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.